So today we're looking at a 40 horsepower Evinrude ETEC motor. The 40s on through the 60s all use the same exact lower unit gear case here. Ours right here feels like it's missing some pinion teeth or some ring gear teeth inside the lower unit. So we're going to go ahead and drop it down, pull it apart, take a look today. To start dropping it down, we have these 2 bolts on each side, so 4 bolts total that we'll undo, these little 15mm bolts. And we have a 15mm bolt right here and a 10mm bolt holding on our little thrust adjustment here. And once we remove this, there'll be another bolt underneath that we'll remove. So 6 bolts in all hold this lower unit case on here. So we'll go ahead and start undoing all those. So we'll go ahead and undo these bolts in here now. So it's going to be that 15mm bolt right there, and then this 10mm right up here, and we'll drop that down and be able to get at our other bolt behind there. So we'll go ahead and move our little trim tab here, and up inside there's another bolt towards the forward end of the motor, and that's our next bolt to remove, so we'll get that guy out of there as well. So we've got our 6th bolt out of there, and just to correct, that was it's a 13mm bolt up inside there, an 11mm bolt that held on our trim tab, 16 on this bolt here, and 15s all around these 4. And note, we did leave this one on here just to help support the weight of the lower unit, so when we do break it free, it's got a little bit of space there to drop down, but it won't come crashing off. We also have to disconnect our shift rod, and these might actually be American sized bolts, but with all the algae growth and corrosion on them, the metric sizes work pretty well. And so our next step here is to remove our lower cowling, basically this plastic part here, from both sides of our motor. That'll give us access to our shift rod. Disconnect that. So we have one little 8mm bolt up there, and a couple on the back side here holding it on, and one right down there. So we'll go ahead and get all those pulled off. We've also got our tilt controller here that we're going to want to go ahead and just undo that connector. So we'll just unplug that there, so this will all come free. Oh, looks like we missed one. Now we can go ahead and remove this. Try not to drop any of our screws in the snow. So we've got both sides of our cowling off here, and what we actually want to get at to release our shift rod is going to be this little bolt right in here where our socket is. So that little bolt in there holds our shift rod on there. So as we remove this last little bolt, the shift rod will pass right down through here, and we'll take out our last bolt holding on our lower unit. So this last bolt here, and the whole thing will drop right on down for us. So we've got our bolt out of our shift rod there, and just to note, that's a 3/8 socket to get that bolt out from the shift connector there. So we'll go ahead and take this last bolt out, drop our lower unit down. And there we are. So we've successfully got our lower unit here off of our motor. Next thing we're going to do is look at replacing our water pump.